Hey guys, 1 second. I'm setting this up. Okay, it looks a little dark. Why are we a little dark here? I think it might be because I have the window open. Okay, so this is coloring catch-up number 1, and it is dark. Why is it dark? Hang on, guys. Let's play with this for just a minute. Close the window. Okay. So this is going to be one of the shows where I catch up on the coloring books that we're working on. And this is one that we've been working on in MOMO Girl Music. Oh, sorry, guys. Let's fix this. Hang on. Let's see what's going on here. Zoom in. It looks foggy. Why does it look foggy, guys? All right, we'll see what happens when we start going into coloring. Maybe I need another light. Okay, there we go. All right, so anyway, sorry about that. It takes a little bit of setting up. Okay, so what I want to do is catch up on some of the coloring books that I don't want to say have been neglected, but we just haven't finished or haven't worked in a while. So this page is one that we did last week out of MOMO Girl Music. And so what I decided to go ahead and do on this one was add some pan pastel. So I'm using the Luminance, or as I call them, Loomies. I'm using Loomies, and I have some pencils picked out here. And then I want to go ahead and use some pan pastels. Okay, I don't know, guys. It's so dark. Why is it so dark? I really don't know why it's so dark. Never had it this dark before. Hang on. I don't know why it would be that way. Got it pretty bright. Okay, there we go. All right. So what I'm doing is using some pan pastels as well as the Luminance. So I did go ahead and put a little bit of layer on top of her hair. Let me get the colors out that zoom in here. Hang on, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So I'm using, the colors that I'm using are Ultra Blue Extra Dark and then a light blue with it. So those two blues, which is phthalo blue tint, those are the colors that I've been using to kind of blend this out along with the Loomies. So the next thing I want to do is do the scarf and the flowers. And I'm going to start those with the pan pastels, and I'm going to use the magenta and magenta extra dark tint for the scarf. So we're going to start with that and do the scarf. So let me get my little tool here, and I'm just using the soft tools that come with the pan, or that you can buy through Pan Pastels. And I am going to some more other tools and things here. Let me get a small one here as well. And I'm going to use these two colors. I'm still not happy with the lighting, guys, but this is my first time to try this in non-public. So maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the magenta, and I'm going to go ahead and just put a whole coat of the magenta over all the cloth, over all the scarf, maybe? I'm trying to think of what it would be. I think I need a bigger tool. It's going to take a while. I'm going to try to keep these about an hour. I'm going to try to keep them about an hour of Color Book Ketchup. Because if I'm going to do them longer, I might as well do them live, right? Anything on the edge, I can just erase it. Or sometimes I just color the border, and so it really doesn't matter. Let's use a little electric eraser there. So I'm really liking the magenta and the blue. Okay, so let's keep going with the scarf here. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. It's funny not having you guys here to talk to. But I can't stream live, like every day. And, we already stream 2 to 3 times a week. And those streams are 3 to 4 hours. And so if I want to continue catching up on color book pages, I'm going to have to record some. Without you guys here. I really like this magenta color. And then I'll just spray the whole thing with a fixative. I use the final fixative. Here, I'll show you. Oh, it's downstairs. Okay. I'll have to show it to you later. I've shown it before. It's the final fixative. And the reason I use the final fixative instead of the workable fixative, it just seems to smell less. I don't know if that's true, but to me, it smells less than the workable fixative. So I'm just putting a base coat on the whole thing here. And again, if I go off the border edge, I'll just erase that. That's one of the nice things about the Pan Pastels is you can erase them. And you do want to erase anything before you put the fixative on. Because then you can't erase. Of course, it's always a little tricky in the ditch here. So these will be less talkative because I'm not talking to anybody to interact with. But so many people want to see the color book pages continued or finished or worked on. And because I just can't, stream enough live during the week to do that, I wanted to do color book, or, well, not just color book, but pretty much catch up on projects. And most of them will be color books. So that's why I'm calling them color catch-ups. I thought about calling ketchup like with a K, ketchup, but That will confuse people that aren't here all the time when we're joking around. Okay. So I'm hoping this is going to look better when it's when it's done, because it looks a little dark and I can't figure out why, guys. Got all the exact same lights that we always use, and it just looks a little dark for some reason. But we'll keep plugging along and figure it out as we go. And I say we because I'm doing this for you guys, even if you're not here right now. It's a little lonely. And see, I think part of this was supposed to be her hair, but it kind of continued from there to there. So I went ahead and made it her hair. But it could be part of the. Do I want to go ahead and put some purple? Maybe I'll make them continue into, it could be both. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I will do that. Put some, so it could be her hair and the fabric. There we go. Okay. Go up here. Let's stay in camera here. Hopefully it's not too dark, guys. Seriously, kind of worried about that, but keep on base coating. And some of this is what's tedious. It's tedious stuff when you're doing a live show because there's just so much of one thing, but it has to be done. Oh, and that's the other thing too. I did do the background. All the background is colored in black, and what I used was a Sharpie marker. This is what I used for the background. And I did do a little bit of it on the live show. And then I went ahead and finished it up just off camera because y'all saw what it took me about another hour and a half. Just so you know how long something takes. All the background right there probably took close to 2 hours, coloring in all the background there with the black Sharpie. And I missed some right there. I had to finish that. So you get to see me do a little bit of it. But anyway, so, just sitting there and watching someone color the background for 2 hours, it's just tedious. I don't want to say it's boring because, when you guys are here and we're talking, it's not boring. But, yeah, just to watch it being done, it is very time consuming. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and color in the background here where I missed this little spot behind her. And again, this is a Sharpie poster marker, and it's water-based. You can get it at Michael's. And I usually use Posca, which is a paint. This is like a water-based as opposed to paint pens like the Poscas. So I'm just going to finish coloring in this right here. I just took my time when I did it, and it did take a while because little areas to color in. So y'all have to leave me a comment and let me know if this is, if you like this where I'm not talking to anybody live, just doing catch-ups. And don't forget, guys, anytime you're watching any videos, because, my videos are long, is you can always just fast forward them. You can just fast forward past anything that, gets too long. Just fast forward, slide the little Slide the little bar over and fast forward to catch up where you want to be. Okay, so between a little of those hairs right there. And yeah, let me know if you like watching just catching up on pages. I have lots and lots of books to catch up on. I want to really get back into the Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia, Anamorphia, and all those. And really finish up some of those pages because I love finishing up those books. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a little bit right here behind her hair here. So we'll see how far we can get in about an hour. And keep you company if you're just watching by yourselves with nothing else to do, but maybe hopefully you're coloring along or doing some kind of art. That's what I do. I watch videos when I'm working. I must have missed a few spots here. And the longer the videos, the more I watch them because then I don't have to keep changing them while I'm working. So I'll watch other people do 3-4 hour videos, you know, streams, whether they're recording. Sometimes they're live, but then I don't really chat in them as much. So I like to watch recorded long videos. Okay, let's see. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and take my electric eraser and just kind of clean up some of the areas here. And that's one of the nice things about the pan pastels. Let's see. If you go out of lines. Okay, this one. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now I have to decide on the flowers. Oh, hang on, guys. Hey, I'm doing a stream recording. What's up? Oh, okay. Well, call me after, or I'll call you after a while. Okay. Okay. Bye. Denise. All right, let's see. I do want to do, let me clean, I'm just going to clean off my little tool here. You just can clean it off. You can wash these too, but you can just clean off the bulk of it on a paper towel. I want to get right in here with the blue, right along her hair right there. I got some purple in there, the magenta. There we go. All righty. All right. All right. Now I'm going to do a little bit of shading, and I think I'm going to use a smaller, this one of these smaller tools, a little pointier. And I want to do some of the magenta shading. I don't understand, guys, why the lighting is on. Why is it different? Why is it different on a non-live and a live? I'm looking. I'm gonna mess with the lighting here a minute. Just mess with it a little bit. See if I can play with it a little bit. Okay. It's an experiment, so we're going to play with this one today. First one. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take the magenta extra dark, and with the tinier tool, it's pointier, and I'm going to do some shading with it. And again, just blending. It's a lot quicker. It's a lot quicker when you can use some pan pastels as bases, and then go in with your pencils and do more detail. Okay. All right. So I've been trying to work on more with pan pastels. I am doing a portrait, a test portrait with pan pastels and color pencil. As y'all know, my portraits are usually all just in pencil. So I want to play and experiment more with the pan pastels because I really love the pan pastels. I don't like pastels because they're dry and chalky, but pan pastels are not dry and chalky. They're very creamy. They're not like oil pastels. They're just different than any other kind of pastels. I can't explain it. If you've never felt them, they're very creamy and they're not dry. They're not that dry, chalky feel that you get. I don't know. I guess it's okay. I keep looking at the lighting, but I guess it's okay. It's hard to tell, guys. No one here to ask. No one here to ask. How's the lighting? Leave a comment. Let me know. And then you can also spray it with the fixative and then add more layers. Okay, plus I am trying to concentrate a little on what colors I want to use on the rest of it. Oh, wait. See, I'm not sure if her dress is continued into the fabric. Should I do the dress? I think so. I think her dress, or I could just do this part as the fabric. I think I want to do her dress, not the design part, but the fabric part. I think I'm going to go back and do that as part of this flowy bits here. I think so. So it's very relaxing to do pan pastels to me because it just blends and it's so smooth. And you just feel like it's so easily blending. And then I'm going to put some back in this piece here, whether to make it part of her hair and part of the fabric. Okay, there we go. I think that's good on there. All right, let's rinse that edge. Just clean it up a little bit. You want to do this before you spray it, because once you spray it, you won't be able to erase this bit. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to go back to the light magenta here, or the true magenta, and then get her fabric and her clothes. And I do want some of these like piping and the jewelry to be probably in gold, like pen or watercolor, to make it very, very gold. Probably, let me get where is it? The gold watercolor. Here we go. This. Probably do the trim in this. So let's see about doing that too. Let's just get all the fabric here in the background. And it goes a long way. You just barely tap the pan and you just pick up so much pigment. And it goes a long way. All right, so let's get all this. And then go back with the shade. Shadow there. And the folds, the wrinkles. Okay. I like those colors. I like those colors a lot. All right. Now, the big, I think they're peonies. It doesn't really matter. I'll color a flower any color I want, whether it's the correct color or not. But I think I'm going to want those to be yellow, like orange. An orange color. So I should base coat it with kind of a yellow. Or you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I might go with, instead of, I might go with lime. No, because I think I'm going to use a lot of lime green in the leaves. So it's probably best to do orange, an orange color. And these big, there's like 4 of them, these big flowers. And then lime green more in a lot of the leafage. So let's go ahead and get another little tool here. Okay, I think I'll get one of these rounded ones like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just get a base coat of orange, and then we'll shade it with pencil, because this is pretty tiny. When you want to shade little things, it's just so much easier to do with pencil. So I'm going to put a base coat of orange on these big flowers. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And I'll go back and watch this back, guys, and see if the color's really terrible. I'm going to have to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because it just looks totally different than when I'm public live. And so I'm not quite sure what the deal is. But I'll look at it. I'll look at the recording. Okay. I'll just get these all orange. And if I get over here on the black, I can just go back over that with black pencil, like right along the edge where it got some of the pastel on the black background. I'm not being extra careful about that because I can just go back in there with a pencil. I try to get as much done as I can in a quick, so it doesn't take too long. Not that I want to hurry, but I don't want to fiddle if I don't have to. All right, let's see. All right. Now, this right here, where the poem is, the lines that they put around it are very faint, where the flowers kind of going right over it. So I think when I get to these leaves and things, I'll just kind of put a nice soft tint of the lime green, like right over the whole song lyrics. All right, let's see. Okay, like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll go ahead and do the gold on her hair ties, her dress, and I think that's all. So let me get a water brush here. And I'm going to use one of these nice bright golds. Get it kind of reconstituted here. And get as a base coat here of shimmer. Okay, wait, there's one other place here. Let me get a little tiny bit of magenta right in there. Go back into a pencil. So a nice shimmery coat of gold. I'll tilt it in a minute so you can see it. Bracelet. And there's going to be white highlights in her hair and on the ball over here. And I think I might put a glow around the ball with paint. All right. Okay. So let me hit it with the heat gun and get it dry. You can see it when it's dry and it's so shimmery. There we go. Ooh. Very shimmery, very shimmery. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do, I just do not like that crack in the middle right there. All right. Oops. All right. Next, I think I will use some lime green. Which one do I want to use? Okay, bright yellow green. And I'm going to do, so let me get a smaller tool here. Let's see. Do I want it here? Do I need to open another? I think I'll open a new pack. I feel like I'm being so quiet. I'm talking so quiet compared to how I usually talk. Like when y'all are here, I feel like, oh, I'm talking with everybody that's here, so I have to talk louder. And now I'm talking kind of quiet. Okay. And you got to be careful when you put these pointed ones on because they're really kind of fragile, so be careful with that. All right, so now I'm going to go in. I'm going to start right here where the poem is because I want that, the song lyrics. I'm going to want that kind of like just based in. And of course, I'll shade all the outside edges there. All right, so now let's see, where am I going to put in some leaves? Let's go ahead and base in. Not the stems. The stems are too tiny. So I'm just going to do the leaves. At least we can find them all here. I hope you can tell the difference there. I'm still not liking it. It's so dark. Shouldn't be that way. Okay. All right, let's get all these leaves based in here. So these are the kind of books that take a while. That's why you can't really finish them on a stream. At least not in one setting. Sometimes you can do it in 2 or 3. But all the shading, like right now I'm just base coating everything. Now I gotta go back and shade everything with pencil. And I missed a little piece of her gold. Let me go back. I probably should go down and spray it before I do the next. Come on. Before I do more shading, I should probably spray it. And then when you go back, okay, I see one more little place right here where I missed the background. When you go back to detail and shade, then what you can do is pick a section like right here or whatever, and pick a section and work on it more detailed. Oh, there's some orange flower right there. Let me go back with that. Let me do that real quick. Right over here. Then you can go back and just work in sections at a time. So you can really get all the final details more detailed. All right, so I'm get as much of this leafage as I can. The pointy tool. And here, here, here. And then these other flowers, I'll have to decide what will look good with those when I get done with all this. There'll be some little tinier flowers like that one right there. I might do them yellow, like really bright yellow. Okay. So let's get as many leaves as I can. So again, guys, let me know, because these are quieter videos, since I'm not interacting with you guys. Let me know what you think. Okay. Here's another leaf I want to get. No, it's kind of hard to see. I guess I could have zoomed in more. I was trying to get the big picture, and then I'll zoom in when I go to do details. Okay, let's see. We've been here about 40 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is stop this, guys, and kind of check on it, see what it looks like. And then on the next part, I'll go ahead and spray this and then on the next part, I will do detail. I'll get in there and start shading, and hopefully we can figure out the lighting, because it just looks a little off. But I'll go ahead and stop it here. And you can fast forward through this. That's one of the nice things. You can see, I put the green on, put the orange on, put the blue on, fast forward through. All right, so this is my first one as a test. So I want to make sure that all this extra pastel that could have just been smudged and smeared, you want to make sure that all that's cleaned up before you go spray it, because you won't be able to erase it once you spray it. Okay. All right, guys. So this will be part 1, or color catch-up number 1, and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.